We're
going.
we're still shooting footage though.
Yep.
So go ahead and just try to put that skimmer.
Try to line it up.
Yeah, it just kind of fits right in there. It's
Yep.
not really a set.
Let me see. There it is.
You just got to push the top forward and just kind of push it so it's nice. You know what I mean? Try not to rock it around too much. You good? Can you hold it right there for a minute?
It's looking good to you?
Yeah, we'll find out.
All right.
Let me just get a screw started and we'll see.
Right.
We'll see how we're doing.
All right.
So these are I'm just using pointed stair plate screws. I mean, I could probably use a drill, but I'd rather. Let me know if you start feeling some tension.
Okay.
Should be going right through. You see the screw coming through?
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see it?
Yeah, it's like 2 threads.
Great. All right, keep holding her.
Yeah.
All right, see my hole there. Squeeze this in here. Try not to tear the liner. That's why I'm using a long bit. Push it forward a little more.
Yeah, I'm starting to see it.
Huh?
Starting to see it.
Good. I can tell you, we're going to have to pad this out with some gasket material. And I have the perfect gasket material for that.
Sweet.
It's going to be the perfect thickness. And then we'll just use the longer screws. Alright, find my hole here. It's way over there, so it's kind of tricky to get my screwdriver around that, but okay. So it's just, the skimmer is still just, you can let go now.
Yep.
Yeah, and you could probably come right out of there.
Yeah. Get your drill.
So if you could go to the truck, dude.
Yep.
And go above the wheel on the passenger side. I should have some of that rolled gray gasket material.
Rolled gray, yeah.
It's in a roll. Yeah. It's gray.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Offer some shade for the camera. So, okay, so while we pause for this very exciting moment, we're just waiting because, so we got the skimmer mounted, but now the face of the plywood sticks out further than the skimmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pad that out with about we got this rubber gasket material. It's about an 1/8 inch thick, and I'll just kind of cut it and get it to fit just right in there, and then put another skimmer and then put another gasket over it, and then use a long skimmer screw, put the faceplate back on. So we'll have to pull our liner up a little bit. What you got for me, dude? All right, so this is what I'm talking about. It's rolled gasket material.
I'm gonna go back under.
You don't need to go back under, no. Well, the only time we should need to go back under is when we go to plumb everything back in.
Ooh.
Do I have any? I don't have any scissors in that toolbox, do I?
I don't believe so.
I had a pair of scissors, but
I know you gave me some when I had to do patching.
yeah, for the life of me, I can't remember. All right, so we're just gonna lay that in there. Kind of cut it to length. Use my roll of duct tape here as a little cutting board. Okay. Take a little bit of this little, what is this? Glad-On foam bond. Spray it on, and then you just kind of put your finger on it until it gets tacky. You just kind of keep touching it until it's tacky, and then you know it's good, and it'll be ready to stick on real good without a problem. Obviously, we just want to make sure we don't get any on the liner. But if we do, we would use our glue gun. I'm just putting that gasket in. Now everything is actually a little bit proud. So I got a little bit of room where I can hand over a little. So now everything's sticking out a little bit. And the cool thing about this stuff is it is stretchable. It'll stretch like a liner. So what I'm going to want now, buddy, is my awl out of my toolbox.
Yep.
Alright, so that's all good. You can tell the liner sagged down a bunch, so we're going to have to pull that back up and around. And we'll end up cutting that. So now we got to do the two sides with that rubber. Up in there. Let it run along. Cut it right there. Again, no tape measure required. What do you got for me? My awl.
Yep.
All right, that's good. I think I'm going to ask you to get me some Gorilla Tape next too.
Yep.
Sorry that the list keeps growing and growing. Okay. So now we'll do the side here. It's very similar to a stair gasket on stair plates. It's pretty much kind of what's going on here. Everything's nice. So I wanted my awl so that I could poke holes where, so I know exactly where I'm supposed to be with the holes on the liner, if that makes sense. So I'm just kind of poking holes so I can see where those holes are. And then when I go to stretch my liner up and over, I can match up the holes accordingly. The ones on the ends are down there. Those are pretty darn close already. So it's not so much the ends that got off track as much as it was the middle right here. Hey, you're welcome back, Cotter. You ever heard of Welcome Back, Cotter?
No, what's that from?
It's an old TV show, buddy, from our parents. Maybe your great grandparents.
Grape. Wow.
Let's see. There's a little bit of wood right here in the way. I gotta actually cut that little wood. I don't know if that's wood or paper, but whatever it is, it's in the way of getting a nice tight seal. Looks like paper. Okay. Go up to there, down to there. Again, no tape measure. Like the efficient carpenter, Larry Hahn. Have you looked up Larry Hahn yet?
No.
He's a very efficient framing carpenter.
I know I don't know if I've seen it, but I feel like I've seen him, you know? Like I've seen some crazy videos of like it's like an older guy, like
Yeah, he's
it's
an
like
older
from like the
guy.
90s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
he's
he
an older
like
guy.
I've seen him like go on roofs and like he'll just go one way
Well, you
down.
might also be thinking of like Norm Abrams.
Huh?
So,
I don't know.
all right, let me just check my holes on the side here to make sure that those holes are gonna match up too. Yeah, those are spot on.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Hey,
Good.
hello.
If you need, I just got home.
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
know you guys were coming today.
Oh, yeah.
They said it'd be a few days.
Oh,
No, we
really?
couldn't leave you hanging that long.
Oh, I appreciate it.
No problem. You'll be able to start filling everything back up once we're
Yeah,
done
I got
here.
the hose. I'm ready to start putting water in.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We'll make it happen.
Well, if you need me, you can just knock on the window or something. I got
Okay.
a husky dog,
Yeah.
and he'll just run away.
Okay.
He should, so that's why we got all the fencing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
He don't bite. He's just he'll take
Oh, I
off.
get it. I have two huskies too.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
And
yeah.
they're hairy.
Yeah. Very hairy and they just love running.
Oh, they look for the opportunity to leave. Okay. But I'm here
Okay.
if you need me or something, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks for coming so quick.
Yeah.
no problem. It scared the crap out of me, Mason.
Did it?
Yeah. I was like, oh no, we're caught. That's what I was gonna say. What's up with the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, how did I cut that? Oh, it's like what? Nice. All right. All right. So we got some pulling over to do. We got some pulling up to do. got another gasket to stick. I think I'd like to throw a little bit of Gorilla Tape over that little seam there behind the liner. I love Gorilla Tape. You do?
Works well.
Works well.
Yeah.
This may or may not work. I get one side in. Okay. That's good. Just kind of work it over now. At least it's covering that seam on the plywood there. Okay. There we go. Do you mind holding one half of that, buddy?
Huh.
Wow, stuff's sticky. That's the purpose of it, though. Okay. Thanks, dude.
Yep. No problem.
All right. All right, everything's stuck. So now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to cut the gasket on the bottom here. So that way, everything wraps up nice. So this is where you definitely need a good sharp knife and a steady hand. Okay, that's one side. All right, now I can pull that up and over without that rubber being in my way. Oh, sorry about that. All right, let me try a little piece first. We'll start right here on the end. No lower than the face. Oh wait, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I gotta stick the other gasket on behind the liner. Okay. All right, let me slip this behind now. And that's another reason why I made those holes so that I could line up this gasket properly too. Okay, take my awl, double check that these are where I want to be. And I'm liking it. So now it's just a matter of pulling everything up, kind of like how we were doing on the live stream yesterday. All right, so I'm gonna put this right here, stick this Gorilla Tape on. I'm gonna pick up and in on the liner and wrap this tape right around the edge. Now that gets us in the ballpark. So I'll go with another piece now. And it's real important. Here, hold this. It's real important not to go too low with the tape, because you don't want it sticking on the other side of the faceplate after. And it doesn't not interfere with the seal as long as you're using a gasket. So we got to come up a good 1/4 inch here. So let's pull apart. And wrap it around. And it's okay to go a little past too, you know. So, what do you got for me?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you're good. Hold that one.
I'm gonna make smaller ones.
No, you're good. Just hold on to that for a minute.
Okay.
You're totally fine, dude. Alright, let me come over here now. This isn't up as much. Up and over. There it is. Okay, let me see another one. Thank you. Okay. And sometimes you need to. This Gorilla Tape sticks really good. Hopefully. There it is. Hit hole, good hole. Alright, so now we'll do our middle. Right here. I'll pull that up and around. Take our awl, check our holes. We're good. Okay, so now we're going to do our sides here because our sides are a little off. Smaller pieces. Alright, so this piece here, right here on the side, and pull over just a little, give it a tack, come back to this one, pull a little harder, there it is. That's where we want to be. So let me see if I can. Good hole, good hole. Check this top one here. That's over a little bit. So we can come to the sides here. Pull over a little. Come to this. Pull over. Check the holes. That's good. We can pull a little further than we actually needed to. So it's a good hole. So now the top was pretty darn close, but we will pull the top down a little bit as well. Because it was just down and over a little bit, but not much. That way we tighten this up right here, so it's not as loose. Come right to there. Tighten it. We can go to little pieces because we're just doing little adjustment stuff here now. Okay, one final check with our awl on these holes. So, right, that's a good hole. I think all we did was we pulled these down lower. So now I take my faceplate with a gasket, and I'm gonna get. So Hayward provides. Isn't Hayward great? Shout out Hayward.
Shout out.
So the Hayward sends long screws for this purpose of going through a thicker wall, and it's, you know, we wouldn't want to be using the shorter screws. But these are this is a good pack of screws to throw in the toolbox later.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm not going to use a drill. I don't do drills in this type of situation. I think it's just foolish. We'll get started. Hopefully this bites. Yep. Got a bite on that one. Come over here to the other corner where we already felt with our awl to confirm that that was a good hole. Prospecting. I mean, I probably definitely could use the drill here, but with that addition of that rubber, you know, we're gonna get a different compression on the on everything. So even here, I don't want to fully tighten. I want to take my time. I'm just gonna come right down the sides. Tighten it up. You can see the compression of everything, so that's what we're looking for. It's easy to get into the habit of not putting your hand on the tip of the screwdriver. It's, see, stuff like that, you know what I mean? So you just kind of keep that hand on the tip of the screwdriver just in case you slip off. Again, like I said, I'm sure we could do drill, but I don't want to strip anything out. See, here I go again. I'm not putting my hand on the tip of the screwdriver because my arm's getting tired. Just give everything a little snuggy. Should be all set with the angle grinder, yeah. We're gonna need some plumbing stuff, I think. I think I gotta just go under there, and it's like Teflon and liquid Teflon type stuff.
I think we just started
But
low on Teflon.
I do believe we're gonna have to go back over to the pump and filter area and hook everything up because we told the guy he could fill the pool back up, so we got to make sure all that equipment is all hooked up too. Otherwise, he's gonna have a leak.
Yep.
Like when we showed up and we saw water just
Yeah.
spewing out from whoever was here before us. Things you only find out if you watch the whole videos.
Yeah. Gotta watch them. Okay.
Well, we're not live.
This. Yeah.
How's everybody's Friday? Steve got a pool on a Friday. Steve got a pool. He's trying to think of something cool to say while he's screwing screws. I've been enjoying the live streams. Those have been pretty cool. Being able to interact with everybody. It's really what I always wanted. Interaction. Get more interaction. I like that YouTube offers different ways to follow along, you know. Shorts, videos, live streams. It's pretty cool stuff. Proud to be a part of it. Everything is compressing as it should. And I feel very confident that nothing will leak here on this seal. Whew. All right, 4 more screws. Sweating doing screws. So, yeah, get this done and then I'll have some plumbing work to do behind the wall. Some plumbing work getting the pump and filter hooked up so the guy can. All right, let me take my awl. I'm having a hard time getting through that rubber. There it is. That's why I use the awl. It just goes in much easier. Because these screws aren't pointed, they're flat tipped. So it's hard to poke through that rubber. I knew that, I just didn't do it when I was getting going. I was just anxious to screw it in and get it going. Almost there though, with this part. Hey Mason.
Hey.
Is your light still blue? Your mic still blue?
Yeah.
So every time you come back, it reconnects?
Why? Did it disconnect?
Oh, I don't know, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Why, you been talking to people out there?
No. You might be able to hear me. I don't know.
Thought you were talking to people trying to give out your number.
No. I was just getting your Teflon.
No, I know. I'm just teasing you. 16 screws here, so
Yeah, a lot.
it's people are wondering why I didn't just use a drill.
Well, you gotta be a little bit safe about it, right? A little bit of
Well,
control.
it's because I mean I could have done them a little bit. It's just I get paranoid sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so now I got it all snug. I'm gonna really wrench and get them all nice and tight. And you can see the rubber that I put on. You can see that swelling. It was all in a really good spot. I feel really confident that this skimmer will never leak. Thus, that would make the plywood last longer too, right? This is kind of like my plywood pool. Those are good. All good. Every single one of them. Top's good. Everything's good. Okay. Last check. Good. 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 Hit my funny elbow. So every screw's torqued down the way that my hand feels good. Wow, buddy. Talk about a sweat party. Alright, so now a lot of this stuff, Mason, I can pass through to you here, buddy. Sorry, did I stab you?
No.
Let me have it back. I'll try again.
That's mean. Alright, this one.
I'm gonna need one of those plugs that's in that bag that I just gave you.
Screw. Like a screw plug?
Huh?
You need a screw plug?
Buddy, that bag
the
that I just
bag.
put right
Yeah, I
there,
see it.
inside it is 2 plugs. I'm going to need one of them.
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know which one yet. Alright, so now I gotta trim this Gorilla Tape off. There are a couple spots we could hit with some glue gun here. It's not bad though. You excited for the weekend, dude?
Yeah. You got any plans, Steve?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna say, how am I gonna do a video today?
I like that.
How can I continue to make my channel grow instead of enjoying the day and maybe going for tag sailing or
Sleeping in.
sleeping in. All right, so there's some under here I gotta cut too. What are you gonna do? You gonna play some baseball?
I don't know. I work tomorrow at 3.
What do? You deliver pizzas?
Yeah, Saturdays at night.
Really, buddy?
Yeah.
So you work for tips?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty, honestly, it's like pretty good.
You get good tips?
Yeah, like last.
How do you get people to give you tips, dude?
It's gotta be nice.
I haven't figured out how to make how to, see. I can't even say it right.
Yeah, tips.
I haven't figured out how to get tips from people.
Yeah, I don't know. I get a lot of people who just tip me. Like I get the same people like every
Well,
Saturday.
you know what? Last night I had a viewer,
Oh yeah.
Bud Rooms, sent me a super chat of a certain amount of money. And I thought that was pretty cool of Bud Rooms to do that. And he was my first viewer to do that. All right, skimmer's on. Now we got to go plumb it up. I wish we had a collar extension here, but ooh.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if this fits. Then we wouldn't need that skimmer lid right there. Pretty darn close. Not as nice as this though, which just kind of locks right in there. I guess I'll leave it here,
I know for a fact that's cool.
and the customer can kind of decide what he wants to do there. All right.